MrBeatShredder.com. Shred them
What's up,
beats,
Robert,
boy.
Mr. Beat Shredder? Hope you're doing good and safe and all that good stuff. Thanks for reaching out. Let me read what you said. I have been producing for about 5 months. I have my own website, which I did check out, and your beats sound really good for 5 months. That's crazy. I was very whack at 5 months. You're on DistroKid, cool. You're trying to do those 5 spots, cool. Honestly, I've done most of this with $0. It's a journey. Yes, it is. I'm looking for help on advice for music production, brand design, and any advice that you could think of to help me push further and gain bigger subscriber following. All right, so I checked out your YouTube channel, all your social and all that stuff. First of all, let me say that your brand design is on point, man. It looks very consistent, and I wrote some notes. Yeah, I like the color scheme you got going, the little logo, all that is cool. It's pretty cool. So as long as you're consistent, it really doesn't matter. You know, as long as it's clear and consistent across the board, your brand design is fine. Okay. Your music production is cool. I mean, I listened to some of your beats. One thing to keep in mind is balance, especially when it comes to, I see that you like to do a lot of bass heavy stuff. And I love bass. Don't get me wrong, I'm a bass head. But keep in mind to stay balanced. So if you having claps, make sure that the claps and hi-hats or whatever melodies are not overbearing. They're not, overshadowed by the bass, like 808s and kicks and all that stuff. Just make sure you have a balance, because it's very easy to do that. So keep using those compressions and learn more about compression and EQ and that kind of thing, and you'll be fine, man. Keep up with the melodies and your arrangements and all that stuff. I think you're on point with that, especially with your 5 months. You sound like that in 5 months. I mean, that's crazy. So just keep doing what you're doing. Tutorials all over the place with EQing and mixing and compression and that kind of thing. So you're on par with the music production. So just stay at it. Keep going. All right, now subscriber, let's talk about that. Subscriber, how to build and gain bigger subscriber following. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I did. The first thing is not to focus on building a subscriber following. Don't even focus on that. You know what I'm saying? I need you to focus on content. Content is always key. The more content that you put out, the more attention that you're going to get. So you're going to have to keep putting out content. And when I say content, that doesn't always mean just putting out beats and like, this is what I did. Put out value. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, like, if you was to put up some videos of how you made one of the beats that you did, you're going to get questions. How did you do this? How did you do that? That's going to be value. You see what I'm saying? So I think you should focus on giving value, more so than just putting out beats or just trying to get your subscriber count up. The attention, like I said, will come from the content. So just keep putting that out. Also, another thing is build relationships. Okay, you might hear this a lot too. Sometimes, and this is going to take work. Relationships is also key. You're going to have to DM some folks, but don't spam. DM like on IG and Facebook, and introduce yourself. Say what you do, and maybe, can I do this for you? Offer some help that you can give them, right? And then they'll, in return, be like, oh, that was cool. And then you start a relationship. Does that make sense? And this takes some work, and a lot of people kind of take that information into thinking like, I'm just going to spam and just do the same exact message to everybody and just boom, paste, copy, paste. No, it takes work. You're going to have to put in some time. And also, I looked at your Instagram, and you need to be posting more often, way more often, at least once a day. There's gurus out there that say you should post like 40 times a day across all those platforms. Everybody ain't got that kind of time. I ain't got that time, but at least for what I do on Instagram, I try to at least post once a day. YouTube, I try to do at least 2 videos a week. Facebook, at least once a day, and I'm slow with that, I'm gonna be honest. But you need to be consistent on putting out content. The more you do that, watch, you will grow. Okay. What else did I say? Yeah, make sure you offer help, and again, content, value, be of value to somebody else. And I like how you say you offer some free beats and all that stuff. That's cool. But I think another thing that you should do is maybe some tutorials, you know, maybe a how-to, or talk about whatever system that you use. If you use FL Studio or whatever it is, talk about your studio setup, you know, behind the scenes. People like to see that. And when people see that, they will get questions like, oh, that's cool. Oh, how did you do that? That's something that you could do, and just keep providing that kind of expertise, because people will look at you as an expert. Trust me, that's how they look at me. I don't really consider myself an expert, but because I put out so much content, people are like, okay, they start gravitating to me. So that's the formula, man. So that's basically what I've done, and I've been doing it for like 10 years now. So I got a little bit experience. So I hope this was helpful, and I appreciate you for reaching out once again. And I'm sending peace and positive energy. If you could give me a review, that would be awesome. It just helps, and I really appreciate you. Stay safe. I'm sending peace and positive energy.